On Friday, September 9th, Ground Zero 360 had a special exhibition opening at Houston Christian University to commemorate the 21st anniversary of the 9/11 attacks. Over 70 renowned artists from around the world created unique pieces of art depicting their memory of 9/11. Many artists, including Sean Scully, Hughie O'Donoghue, Nicola McClean, Eamon Colman, James Surls, Michael Collins and Jim Fitzpatrick, featured their work at this special event. Artist and Ground Zero 360 founder Nicola McClean opened the ceremony.
They've done a wonderful job here at HCU. We're very happy with the outcome of this year's exhibition. I'm just very happy and proud and delighted with the new artists that have collaborated with us both from Ireland and the States and across the world really. So we have over 70 artists now and we're absolutely delighted that we are still going strong and getting stronger.
Renowned Irish artist Eamon Colman travelled to Houston for the exhibition.
Those of us who remember 9/11, even if it's from the distance of Ireland, share those stories and share that sense of history with the next generation coming up, so that we hopefully will never get into this situation again where the act of terrorism has such a brutal effect. I mean, literally, 9/11 changed the world as we know it.
Honoured guest and Ground Zero 360 supporter Dolores McCall was presented with a special steel cross blessed by Pope Francis.
I was overwhelmed. The tears just flowed. I couldn't say a word. I just had to turn around and go sit down. I guess it's the most beautiful thing that's ever been given to me. I love being involved in it. I really do. I like for people around the world to see what can be done. And it was something that was to tear America apart and down. But I think it's only brought us together and made us stronger.
On Sunday, September 11th, first responders, 9/11 families and dignitaries gathered at HCU for a prayer service and to remember all of the victims and their families. Legendary Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee spoke eloquently about her memories of 9/11 and received a presentation from the 9/11 family members at the event.
How grateful I am that there are those who rushed into places not fearing their life. How grateful to be an American. I love America. When the dust was settled, members of Congress refused to stay away from that building as we learned of the fate of our fellow brothers and sisters, our fellow Americans in Pennsylvania, in New York, the Pentagon. We gathered on the steps of the United States Congress, embracing each other as Americans, not divided in any way, and sang the song, God Bless America. It rings in my ears even today. This video and pictures that remind us that we must never forget, but more importantly, we must always remember.
A presentation was also made to Houston Councilman Edward Pollard, who talked about the importance of remembering.
We should never forget the sacrifices of many and the lives that were lost. Those who put others before self. Those who did not ask if you were Democrat or Republican, if you were Christian or Muslim, if you were black or white, before they offered a hand of help. But they did so because we are all American, and may we never forget. We must never forget the freedoms that we enjoy. We are a nation of freedoms. That is something that we should never take for granted and something that we should never forget. Moreover, 9/11 also shows how strong we are as a nation, so that our enemies against us, against our way of life, shall never forget that no matter what evil they try to bring our way, we are still standing. We are still strong. May they never forget.
Houston TV reporter Len Cannon was the MC for the event and spoke of his 9/11 story.
On this date in 2001, it was a day much like this, bright, sunny, beautiful in New York. At the time, I was a correspondent for Dateline NBC in New York. On that day, I happened to be out of the country on assignment when I heard the terrible, unbelievable news. As you may recall, air traffic was shut down in the U.S. I wasn't able to get home until about September 16th. It was the quietest ride of my life, especially as we approached JFK Airport. The city was in shock. This memorial, this exhibit, is about remembering the bravery and the sacrifice. We cannot, shall not forget the men and women who answered the call during the worst attack in U.S. history on U.S. soil.
Retired NYPD police officer Jimmy Smith reflected on his memories on the 21st anniversary of the attacks.
The exhibit is wonderful. The artwork is, just keeps expanding. It gets more poignant each year, and it becomes such a, I always look forward to coming and seeing what's new, what's a new expression, a new artist, and it's been a treat. But the people of Houston, the people of HBU, have been absolutely wonderful, and they've made it, they made a tough weekend a little easier for us. And I appreciate that. The outpouring of support has been, great.
HCU Director of Art, Carlos Canol, worked closely with Ground Zero 360 to bring the exhibition to Houston.
I think it was a wonderful opportunity for our campus community here at HBU and also Houston at large to bring this exhibition here to show just the gravity of this exhibition and what it could do for our students. A lot of our students weren't born when 9/11 happened, so it's a really, I think, an important way for students to connect with those events that happened 21 years ago.
The exhibition will be on display at HCU until February 2023. For information on Ground Zero 360, visit www.groundzero360.org or visit us on Facebook at Ground Zero 360.